Welcome to this edition of National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Coming up, the National Employment Program is said to be having positive effects on several businesses in St. Luce, and government's apprenticeship program continues to impact the future of youth. Stay tuned for these and other stories after this.
The black Sikatuka fungus can survive on banana and plantain leaves even after they have been cut from the tree. Farmers and hucksters are encouraged to use alternate cushioning material when moving produce from farm to the market. Do not use banana and plantain leaves as cushioning. It is against the law to move banana and plantain trash from the field. Obey the law and stop the spread of black Sikatuka today.
Thank you for staying with us. A number of existing and prospective small business owners in the St. Luce constituency on Wednesday participated in a marketing assistance workshop. The workshop, organized by the National Employment Program, the NEP, in collaboration with the St. Luce Village Council, was designed to equip participants with marketing skills to develop their individual businesses. The workshop was facilitated by coordinator of the NEP, Gloria Joseph, with assistance provided by interns recruited under the NEP, currently serving at the Ministry of Trade and Employment.
This workshop will give a clearer insight of the different marketing and business management tools and strategies that can be utilized at your own business. I hope that the information that will be given to you today will address some of the areas of concerns about your business, and you will be able to use whatever you have learned today to better add to your small business.
Chairperson of the Village Council, Angelina Gasper, endorsed the marketing workshop. She encouraged participants to make the best use of the knowledge gained.
We all know that the government cannot employ everybody, give everybody jobs. But if you are self-employed, it's in your interest. And it is in your interest, that's why you are here today. You take interest in your own, and you come here to learn. And I hope that this afternoon, you will open your mind and learn to better your business and to make St. Luce a better place. And later on, when you make a lot of money, you'll be able to employ other people. So employment will increase in St. Luce. So I just want to thank you for being here, and I'm happy that the government sees fit to involve St. Luce in the NEP program. This is a wonderful program. Let us talk about it, let us take interest, and let us learn this afternoon so that we can better our business.
Parliamentary representative for the St. Luce constituency, Honorable Johnson Drago, who addressed the opening ceremony, said the workshop complements previous initiatives by government to assist young people to grow their small businesses. Similar workshops have been held in other communities across Dominica. And the commuters using High Street and the side entrance to the State House will see two groups of young people working hard while simultaneously learning a skill. Those 20 individuals comprise 2 apprenticeship classes in stone cutting. The Ministry of Trade and Industry, headed by Minister Colin McIntyre, is proud of its apprenticeship program, which has taught in a practical way useful and marketable skills. On High Street, 10 men have learned the basics of stone cutting and are refurbishing the perimeter walls of the Inland Revenue Unit. The group's instructor is Masterville Hippolyte. Asked about his background in stone cutting, Hippolyte could hardly remember his age when he started learning the trade.
63, only I could remember one that shoot the President Kennedy. I was Goodwill. I was working, putting some stone. Within that time I was learning.
As the instructor, Masterville impresses on his students' quality and durability in a skill which he describes as hard work. He believes that the apprenticeship program is a good move by government to develop a cadre of skilled persons, which he considers the way for Dominica's development. GIS News asked Masterville whether he thought the apprenticeship program is worthwhile for young people.
I would say that, yeah. They could learn something and then they could go to another place, try to work for their own self, to better themselves in the trade. Take patience, take patience and try to learn and watch how the stone laying, put your mind only work, that could learn. Don't look for the money. Look for the trade for tomorrow, and you could stand on your own.
Among the oldest in the group, 56-year-old Henson Prosper is a jack of all trades, but is willing to learn something new.
I see an opportunity because there are sometimes some people want to put about the wall, and I can learn something and to put it myself. Or I'm not a mason, but I can learn something and try to indulge myself into it. Nowadays, it's good to have a little trade. You need your education, you know, but you need to do something. Because I build my own house, and if I couldn't do carpentry, I would have to pay somebody to do it. So if they get involved in doing the apprenticeship, that is things they can do for themselves, because in these hard economic times, you have to help yourself.
Henson says the group has quite a task ahead of them. He outlined the scope of work to be done.
So we have to dig them out and refurbish them and put some white cement in the holes, filling the holes. As you can see here, we're doing the pillars, so we can continue putting the rest of the stone. So we chip them with chipping hammer and break them and prepare them to mount them up.
Henson says critics do nothing to deter him as he puts in his hours at work every day. He smiles, saying that he is there to learn and fortunately is not easily discouraged. In addition to learning a useful skill, Henson says he may be able to claim somewhat of a legacy from the experience.
At least if I live to see older, I can say, well, yeah, that's what I've done in my life. Or tell my kids, well, look at what daddy have done a long time. So they could try to do something themselves to learn skills and to do something like that.
Some distance away at the side entrance to the State House, 32-year-old Gavin Xavier is the instructor of a 10-member group, of which one is female. With 15 years of experience behind him, Gavin says there is always a market for stone cutting on the island. He was called to teach the group when his talent reached the attention of the Ministry of Employment, Trade and Industry. Gavin says his trainees love stone cutting and are already making plans for futures in the trade. The instructor had his own thanks, however, for the chance he was given to teach others the skill he loves.
But I love my work, trust me, to be quite honest. I love what I do. And at the end of the day, I love teaching it to them young fellas. I would like to thank Mr. McIntyre. You know, because if it wasn't for McIntyre, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Because, you know, most of the time, you know, some people see young people and, you know, like you got a talent. And by the scene you got the talent, they could use it, you know, to help other people. Because if not for Mr. McIntyre, I wouldn't be here in this training program thing. You know, so I got all the thanks, I got to give it to him, trust me.
We asked the young instructor his thoughts on naysayers of the apprenticeship program.
I would definitely say, well, that's not true. Because as you could see, I got 10 students and it's the government of Dominica that is responsible for certain things that are happening right now.
Parliamentary representative for the St.Luce constituency, Honorable Johnson Drago, has confirmed that the National Employment Program, the NEP, has so far had a significant impact on young people of his constituency. Speaking at an NEP Marketing Assistance Workshop in St.Luce on Wednesday, Honorable Drago said a large number of people are currently benefiting from community-based projects through the NEP's Community Employment Program. Recently, the government of Dominica, through the Small Business Support Unit, made available $100,000 to small business enterprises in that constituency.
The number of persons who come into Johnson Drago saying, I needed some help for my small business, was quite a number. And through the Ministry of Trade, NEP, Ministry of Trade, Small Business Unit, we got $100,000 to assist small businesses from St.Luce to Pilitsufwe. And when the program started, there were persons who criticized some of the young people who benefited. They thought they should not have gotten any assistance. And they created all sorts of things about them. But I knew these were young people, some of them who had their challenges, and who needed to move on because they had skills, and they wanted to practice their skills. And therefore, with the support of the village council, who actually managed the funds given, so therefore there was transparency. Everybody who got $1 for a project had to go to the village council to sign for it. Isn't that true?
Honorable Drago said men and women have been involved in cleaning and beautification projects, farming, auto mechanics, tire repair, and bar and restaurant businesses, just to name a few. Honorable Drago is especially excited about the fishing and pig rearing businesses now emerging in the community.
We are on the move to re-establish the fishing industry in St. Luce to the best of our ability. And to this end, right now as we speak, we have a group there in Titus, as his name, Jacko and his boy John and his son and his sons. So his father and sons, beautiful. And they're bringing in fish in the place, dolphin, vola, you name it. These guys are excited about that. My dear NEP coordinator, we need 2 more boats. As soon as you can help us with 2 more boats, we will welcome it. We need to put 2 more boats on the sea. We have assisted people with the guys who already had their pig project. All we bought for them was just feed through the program. You understand me? And they got feed to keep them for at least 3, 4, 5 months coming from the NEP.
The parliamentary representative was quick to add that 2 hair salons will soon be operational in the community thanks to hairdressing equipment provided by the NEP.
All the equipment for their hairdressing came in, and I just got a duty-free from government for them to clear it on the port. So a local person in St. Luce is going to, and as a matter of fact, 2 persons in St. Luce got their hairdressing business equipment for their hairdressing business as we speak. Okay? So there's a lot of work to be done, but things are actually happening.
He added that the NEP is also assisting domestic support activities as well as teacher support services to students in need. Honorable Drago disclosed that the NEP is also paying the salary of 10 staff members of the Roving Caregivers Program in St. Luce. He said that commitment has been given for the next 3 years.
The NEP is paying the salaries for all of the Roving Caregivers staff, and they'll be paying it for the next 3 years, 10 staff. And they'll be paying it for the next 3 years. So you see Mr. Lockhart and his team, their salaries, because the funding agency, Bernard Burnley Foundation, through Child Fund Caribbean, they were unable to continue the project. So therefore, funds went dry, no salary for staff. And the NEP, the Roving Caregivers, is a homegrown program in our constituency, including Carib territory. 10 staff members, their salaries will be paid every month for the next 3 years through the NEP program. So the NEP is alive and well in St. Luce. Make no mistake about that.
The NEP was launched by the DLP government in December 2013 as a means of reducing unemployment levels among young people, thereby stimulating economic growth. Since the introduction of the program, over 600 people have been employed under various components. Dominican youth have been placed in jobs in the private and public sectors at statutory organizations as well as non-governmental organizations. $7 million have been made available by the Venezuelan government in support of the NEP program. In other news, Education Minister Honorable Peter Seja has stated categorically that no child in need should be denied access to the school transfer grant. Through government's recently introduced school transfer grant program, hundreds of needy parents have received assistance with the purchase of school uniforms and textbooks. The minister expounded on the school transfer grant when he addressed a press conference called by the Education Trust Fund on Monday.
We pay the transfer grant on average $400,000 every year to roughly 800 students. Yes. Usually we have about 1,000 plus students who write the exams.
The minister said the government is of the view that once a family is deserving of the assistance, then it will be granted. He added that the unfortunate financial situation of some has resulted in parents being unable to adequately provide for their children's educational needs. Recognizing this reality, the minister has guaranteed government's continued support to these less fortunate families. The minister went on to explain examples of special circumstances which would allow for students to benefit from the school transfer grant.
Let me be clear that a child may, and be very clear when you report, a child may get a scholarship and could still receive the transfer grant. because of the peculiar circumstances of that student. And of course, there are some individuals who may not receive the transfer grant. However, no child, no family is written off as far as the transfer grant is concerned. And we need to be very clear on that. We facilitate all because we believe that once you are worthy of the assistance, you should get it.
The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development over the years has established several safety net programs aimed at assisting less advantaged families to ensure that all students have equal access to a well-balanced and quality education. And that's the English news. McPherson St.Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St.Luce. Premièrement, chef officier éducation Mélène Fontaine, qui a créé à ses parents étudiants l'école Sénéco pour prendre responsabilité de l'école là et puis assister à l'opération empêcher vieux élèves vandaliser. Étudiants l'école là retourné en classe mardi semaine salam après un meeting sur City Chain entre officier éducation, chef Kalinago Garnet Joseph et puis membre parlement honorable Ashton Grano. Parents te prend décision chain négyon yo akay après l'école là te vandalisé. Chef officier éducation Mélène Fontaine fait parole comment ministre là qui travaille et puis mettre teacher et puis PTA adresser situation là. Quand même si l'officier ministre éducation Nathalie Constance, l'école Sénéco bien à tête pour taper attention réhabilitation. La nouvelle, travail qu'a progrès bien formidable à la station police en la plaine. Parole celle-là sortie de mon parlement, honorable Peter Saint-Jean.
Et on a changé en mois de novembre passé qui nous signons un contrat pour faire un police station neuf en la plaine. Et mon content pour GIS Dominica pour actuellement travail qui aller bien et contracteur j'ai bâti ça nous a créé donc stairs la premier étage là et actuellement il y a travail aller upstairs la deuxième étage là et aussi il a bâti ça nous a créé inspectors quarters là ça c'est Kaila la inspecteur qui est resté Kaisa là vraiment presque complète ça qui a manqué c'est pour mettre fenêtre la porte et pour mettre tiling et mettre ces cinq là en cuisine là. In fact, moi voulais dire que inspectors quarters là yo j'ai premier coup de petit. So nous avons fait bon progrès en police station là à la plaine et moi quoi par la fin moi en roulant de ça là qui la plaine et village en sous-10 pays là qui ni en police station neuf la police qui ça vive à la paix et confortable.
La nouvelle, membre public là qui a envoyé application pour taper Assistance Hard Education Trust Fund, qui a tapé avis pour suivre web institution là qui a demandé. Parole cela sorti au officier Education Trust Fund Vénéroé. C'est l'homme Madame Royer. Moun qui a envoyé application supposé faire ça par le 31 juillet l'année salam pour l'officier à ce Cornwall Street en Ozo. Royer aussi a créé à ce public là pour mettre information qui doit à ces applications là. Et de mériter information qui doit pour ça déterminer manière pour processer ces applications là. Application là c'est posé ni signature au monde bien caractère communauté là qui connaît conditions financières monde là qui a envoyé application là. Monde ça tape papier application au ministre éducation ou be village council tout en pays là. Finalement, division culture en collaboration et puis conseil jeunesse et House of Naya Bingi, officiellement qu'a célébré semaine Afrique et puis autre activité. Officier gouvernement en permis d'autres assemblées en Harlem Plaza pour te officiellement ouvert célébration là. Acting pour le ministère l'Est là, honorable Ambrose George, fait parole comment gouvernement te autant plaisir pour activité là, depuis été engagé participation jeunesse en célébration là et bagaille culturel dominante. Officier House of Naya Bingi Bernard Aymani Shaw fait parole comment il a applaudi le gouvernement pour assistance célébrer semaine Afrique. Ça fait comment célébration là c'est pas bagay rasta. Ministre jeunesse honorable Justin Charles aussi qu'a gardé devant jeunesse participer en célébration là et puis aussi créer assez power à point d'affaires. culture Afrique. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson St.Luce. Au revoir.
Stay tuned for a tip on keeping safe in the sun.
What's for dinner?
I know, but you and Cheryl.
Who? Cheryl? Oh, babes, that's nothing.
Nothing with the neighbor, that is nothing.
Hon,
come
on.
Whatever.
You know you're my number one.
And she's number what, 10? Plenty married women getting A's from the husband these days. I don't want to be one of them. From now on, I'm looking out for me.
But babes, I only talk to the woman.
Until I'm certain, this will take care of both of us, if you're lucky.
Your family depends on you. Don't take home aids.
In-studio discussions, Insight, Creole News, Road to the Throne, Calypso, Creole Festival, Carnival, and lots more local programming. See it all on the Government Information Service, your first for local news.
As the summer heats up and we begin spending more time outside enjoying the sunshine, we may not be as careful with our skin safety habits. We believe that the melanin in our darker skin is protecting us from skin cancer. While skin cancer is less common in people with darker skin, people of color are at some risk for the disease. Unfortunately, black people are often diagnosed at an advanced stage when there is less chance for a cure. Although the number affected is small, it's important to know that proper caution may help prevent the disease. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and your comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GISNewsDominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.